Connor Archibald here with the Foundation Fighting Blindness. Today I'm sitting down with our Senior Vice President of Research, Dr. Brian Mansfield. We're going to get to know a little bit about Brian and the fascinating work he does here with FFB before you get to know him even better at our upcoming Montgomery County Vision Walk kickoff. Brian, as Senior Vice President of Research, take us into a day in the life. What is it like working with FFB in your capacity?
Oh, it's really exciting scientifically. So one of the key jobs that I have each day is to try and monitor what's going on in the field. What are the modern updates in technology? What are the cutting edge events occurring in science? And trying to understand whether those can benefit our field in particular. And I do this by monitoring journals and literature and trade magazines. And whenever I find something that I think could be applicable to our diseases, I try and reach out to these people, engage them in conversations, see if there's an interest in collaborating with us and moving forward like that. And then another part of my work each day is just leading the internal science review of proposals. So we get companies who approach us with interesting ideas, we get academic researchers who approach us with interesting ideas, and so we do our due diligence on the science. Do we think it's good? Do we think it's of value? And if so, how can we help to translate that into the clinic? And then if it's really exciting, we'll hand it off out to our external advisors to give us more due diligence before we go forward with it. So that's sort of an average day, just watching the literature and reaching out and discussing science and having a great time from my point of view.
Well, it sounds like a very busy day. Recently, Brian celebrated 7 years with the foundation. What has been the most fulfilling project that you have played a role in since your start with FFB?
You know, there have been a lot of things I've been really excited by. I think that the, obviously Luxturna, seeing that when I joined, it was still in the Gene Bennett's lab. There was an academic study and clinical trials, seeing it taken up by Spark Therapeutics and going through the FDA process. That was really the highlight, you know, really seeing translation from the bench through the clinic and actually now out to patients as an FDA-approved drug. There are a couple of other therapies that I'm really excited that I've seen coming on and I've had a little to do with. For instance, there's a therapy that's being developed by a biotech company called Nacuity, and they are developing a product called NACA, or N-acetylcysteine. And this is a therapy that may be able to affect or help many people with very different types of disease, of the retinal diseases. And I've had the pleasure of actually seeing that in the preclinical work, encouraging a company to participate in developing that, seeing that company engage and do phase 1 safety studies in Australia, and hopefully they'll be in the United States looking for the efficacy in the very near future. And then I've also been excited with the work that ProQR are doing in Usher 2A for us. Again, I've been involved in the preclinical work with them, and seeing that move quickly towards the clinic is really exciting. So anything that translates, anything that gets into the clinic, that really gives me a lot of excitement, because it's actually doing something for people rather than just playing with science.
Right, and you would say that the future is certainly bright, especially.
Absolutely, yeah, it's very exciting.
Excellent,
yeah.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit about the My Retina Tracker database. What is its purpose and who does it serve?
Yeah, so that's another of my passions. My Retina Tracker is a registry for people who are affected by the disease. The idea is that it's driven by patients, so you're not requiring a clinician to give information about you, but rather you go onto a website and you join up, you go through an informed consent process, and you share what information you'd like about your disease with us. We keep all of that anonymized, so when we share this information with companies and researchers who are eager to learn more about all of the diseases, we make sure that they can never identify who's saying what. We also encourage participants to ask their clinician to add information to that profile, so we get a sort of a patient perspective and a clinical perspective, and then we make that data available to anyone in the field so they can understand how prevalent diseases are, what people want out of a therapy, where to find the people when they have a clinical trial. That's an incredibly expensive job, finding patients for a trial. Here we have a one-stop shop that does it.
Excellent. Well, Brian will be giving us his full presentation on the My Retina Tracker database at our upcoming Montgomery County Vision Walk kickoff on Sunday, August 19th, so don't miss out on that. You can visit fightblindness.org/Montgomery County Vision Walk to learn more. That's fightblindness.org/Montgomery County Vision Walk.